In this video, we are continuing section 1.8 and 1.9 on linear transformations. And I want to do an example that involves one-to-one functions. Okay, so recall that a function is one-to-one if it has a picture like this, in which whatever inputs we have in the domain, they all have different outputs. Something is not one-to-one if you have a situation where, well, there are two inputs that have the same output. That would be not one-to-one. Okay. All right. So this example says, suppose a times the vector 1, 3, 6 equals the vector 1, 1, 1, and a times the vector 2, 4, 8 equals the vector 2, 2, 2. And then it asks, is this transformation that goes with this matrix multiplication, this transformation one-to-one, answer this question using words like definitely, sometimes, or definitely not. Okay, so first what I want to do is I'm going to give you all an opportunity to try this. So pause the video for about 2 minutes to try this on your own first. 4, 3, 2, 1, pause it. Pause it for about 2 minutes to try this. All right, so hopefully you did that. Hopefully you paused it and tried it for about 2 minutes. Let's talk about it. So one thing to notice right now is, well, these two outputs, 1, 1, 1 and 2, 2, 2, they're different, but they're related to each other. Like the second output, 2, 2, 2 is 2 times the vector 1, 1, 1. So these are multiples. So I can use that fact, and if I were to start with the first equation, if I were to multiply both sides by 2 and get 2 times a times 1, 3, 6, and the other side get 2 times 1, 1, 1, that's going to be nice because now the output vectors are going to be the same. On the right-hand side here, I have 2, 2, 2. And on the left-hand side, I can use one of the properties of a linear transformation, and I can move this scalar inside. Okay, so if I do that, whoops, I'll get a times, and then I multiply the 2 into my vector to get 2, 6, 12. So now what I have is, we have two different input vectors, this one and then the 2, 6, 12 that we just got, that have the same output vector. And because of that, it's definitely not one-to-one. So there are two different inputs with the same output, so this transformation, TA, it says to use words like definitely or definitely not, or sometimes, well, this is definitely not. It is definitely not one-to-one. And the shorthand way to write one-to-one is we put 1 and then a hyphen and then a 1. So definitely not one-to-one. Alrighty, and that is our answer.